at the Dome is going to begin in just over a month. Battlehawks 2.0 coming back. Had a strong showing of fans at their meet and greet with players on Saturday at the Armory. First home game is March 12th. Season begins February 19th in Arlington, Texas. On the staff, former Rams great Ricky Proehl, coaching the receivers for the Battlehawks.
Wayne Johnson, his ex-wife Danny Garcia, I think they're doing it right. They're really first class. The things they're doing, how they're building it up from a social media standpoint, from us reaching out to all the communities in which the cities in which we're playing in. It's exciting. I'm excited to be a part of it, and we're going to bring a good product to St. Louis.
What are they going to be like inside that dome? I know you've been back as a visiting player, and then when Isaac's had events, but coaching in that building for a handful of games, what will that be like?
It's going to be strange, to be transparent. It's going to be weird being a coach. You know, coming out of that tunnel, I've always, I was a player, and but it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I know the fans of St. Louis, what they bring to the table, and even if it's the lower level, I know it's going to be full, and I know it's going to be loud, and that's what was so great about playing here, was the support we always had of our fans, and that's why this city deserves to have a football team here. That's why we're excited to bring football back.
And let's talk some more Battlehawks. My guy, Brandon Williams, here on the Sports Final set. He is the Vice President of Business and Event Operations, and for 5 years, in this very studio,
yes,
my co-host, Rams Game Day Live, setting the table for all those losses down at the Dome. No, it's great to have you back. How about life is a
great
circle? You know what?
No, great memories in here, and I'm so excited that we had opportunity to reconnect, man, and come back and start talking football and sports again. And now look at us. We're back on the set just like old times.
And VP for the Battlehawks, you were working at Anheuser-Busch. You had a good job. You leave to come here. You obviously believe in the XFL and their mission, and sort of that this is not a fluke. This is for the long term.
No, this is not a fluke at all. You know, and in my final interview with Russ Brandon, he kind of laid out the blueprint for this new iteration of XFL. And he said, look, Brandon, I'm going to tell you flat out, if this iteration does not have success, I don't believe there's any way to have spring football opposite of the NFL. And so he really sold me and showed me some of the things that the XFL is doing, the partnerships that they have with the Disneys, and then the ownership group talked a lot about them and the faith that they had in spring football and how they want to make this work. And so I'm really excited to get that opportunity.
You know, 3 years ago, the fans were really into it. The cacao was the law and all of that. And I think we wondered a little bit, can it pick up where it left off? We have the fan events and get-togethers, and it seems like the fervor, the excitement, it is in fact picking up where.
Yeah, I mean, look, this past Saturday on the 21st, we had over 1,100 people at a Fan Fest event out at the Armory. We only talked about it for about a week, and we got all those fans to come out, and so we were very excited about that. The fans in this city, they just love football, and that's the story we really want to tell, is the love of St. Louis football. And I think that resonates with every fan of every age in St. Louis, because honestly, it's some fans in St. Louis right now who've never experienced professional football, and we're excited the Battlehawks give them that opportunity.
How about ticket sales? The last time when things shut down, all we ever heard was they're going to open the upper bowl. That was the big story. They're going to sell a ton of tickets. How are we looking for this year?
Well, look, I think we're tracking really well. We've hit a lot of our goals that we have from a ticket sales perspective. And with us not having our first home game till, maybe week 4, I think it's a great opportunity for us to maybe open up that next level. But right now, we're just really focused on making sure that we can say we have an official sellout because we closed out the lower bowl. But, I think the support from the fans of St. Louis, you start off the season, get a few wins under your belt, and maybe St. Louis starts to turn it up with the ticket sales.
Yeah, first game Sunday, March 12th against Arlington. So if it's just the lower bowl, if that's full, is that about 30? Is that roughly?
Yeah, that's a little bit over 28, 29,000. Okay. So yeah, that's a pretty good.
That's the goal.
That's a pretty
Anything
good
above that is great.
Yeah, if that's a pretty good litmus test for us as a staff to say, look, if we can hit these numbers a week, 2 weeks, maybe a couple of days before, their home opener game, then we know for sure that next game, because we have back-to-back home games, there will be a great possibility for us to open that up.
All right, you played at Hazelwood East, and did that Badger pipeline. My guy was one of the best players in UW receiving history.
Yes.
Still up there on the list.
Still up there.
All-time receptions right near the top.
Number one with
Still number one.
202 all-time receptions.
Okay, and then third-round pick of the San Francisco 49ers, played in the league. And so now these XFL guys, how important is it for them? And you can even say to them, hey, man, this is your chance still to get back to the league.
Yeah, no, it was a very interesting conversation that I had to finally be able to meet some of the players on the Battlehawks teams this past weekend and really try to understand what perspective they're taking. And they're taking that perspective 100% because they're like, look, this is an opportunity for us to continue to make a name for ourselves and get more film to get that opportunity to go to the NFL, because that's what it's all about right now. We're not saying that the XFL won't get to a level where it's a place where you want to come and make a home, but honestly, every guy wants to get to the highest ranks of their profession, and NFL is still that highest ranks, but these guys understand that this is that second chance, third chance, or just another opportunity to say, hey, I'm good enough to play at this next level.
Your quarterback, by the way, A.J. McCarron, that's a name guy from Alabama. Your coach, Anthony Becht, has been great, really working it. Ricky Proehl is on the staff.
Yes,
Just heard from him a little bit ago. Leroy Glover is on the staff, so a lot of St. Louis connections.
Bruce Gradikowski.
Yep.
He's a
former Ram.
He's a former Ram as well.
How about The Rock? Do we think we'll have him at a game? I don't know that you're allowed to say, but I would think he's going to pop in at some point. He's got to be excited about what he's seeing here. In fact, he tweeted out about the big party at the Armory. Yeah, well, look, all of the owners of the XFL are very committed to making it work. We have 2 games each day, Saturday and Sunday of every weekend. And if I was a guy who had access to a private jet, I think I would have the ability to go from one game to the next game in a 24-hour time frame, right? So DJ, as I affectionately call him, DJ, right? I think he would love to make an appearance here in St. Louis and celebrate the success of one of the franchises that he actually owns. February 19th is the first game on the road, San Antonio, home opener. March 12th, my guy, BMW, Brandon Williams, from the Game Day Live set to now executive, and we'll be watching your entire career. We'll be keeping close to it. Great to see you, buddy. I appreciate it. You kicked me off on TV. Many people don't know this. Martin gave me my first shot on TV. I thought you were saying I kicked you off. No, not kicked you off. Started it. Okay, yeah. Put him on the set. My guy, that's him, Brandon Williams.